Hello sunshine, this is Joy from Michigan in the United States, and I am happy to be back in my art room. It's been quite a while. I just want to do a quick little experiment. I have, now that I've repainted my living room, I have a wall that needs some art, and so I want something bright, something cheerful, some of them with yellows. I've got some custom colors. I will not be putting my colors in the description box today, I'm sorry, but they are a mix of all sorts of things that I don't even remember all of them. But one of the things I did was I mixed my gold today with just Floetrol and then my Liquitex gloss varnish, which I thought I left right here within reach. Oh, here it is. So I added some of this to it just to give it a little extra sheen. I put some of this in my custom goldenrod yellow as well. I have no idea what it will do, but we're going to try it. So this is based on Cause Creations swipe. So I'm going to swipe with paper towel, which I have sitting off to the side here that hopefully I can take apart and use relatively easily because I just got them all wet together. So I'm just going to do some stripes of color down the middle here and then swipe from the middle out, and we'll see how it goes from there. So I'm going to start with cadmium yellow. I should say I put a titanium white background color down. Oh, I hate wasting that paint when it comes dripping out like that. So titanium white background, I think it's a little bit thick, but this is my test of my colors together and a test of my technique to see if this is what I want. So the space that I have for the art in my house would be a 12 by 36 canvas, and this is a 12 by 24. So it's close, but not quite the same. So this is my custom goldenrod color with some Liquitex varnish and Liquitex iridescent medium added, which will hopefully give it a lovely sheen. So I'm going to put some of that down. I've never done this kind of a swipe before, so we'll see. Oh, that looked like there was a clump in that. Let's add a little more down here. I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. This is all new for me, and that's probably way too much paint down that end, but I do have a skewer handy. It's still quite warm here in Michigan, warmer than it normally is. And so I'm not out here real often. It just gets too hot for me. But I decided I needed some time, so here I am. All right, so I also have silver, gold, and pearl. And I'm really not sure. I'm not sure that I want the pearl in my piece that I hang on my wall, but I'm going to test it on this and use that as a way to judge if this is something I want or not. Just get the dry bits off the spout there. Oh goodness, this is not, what do I do with that? That's just, there's like oil that came out instead of paint, so it was clearly not mixed. So I'll just scooch that back off. These, I've noticed this with the metallics too. They have a tendency to separate, and they are really, really hard to mix. And I think it's just because they're so thick. So keep that in mind if you use these. One of the things I didn't do today, even before I put my white down, I didn't check consistency. And you should always do that. But I'm just trying to do a real quick art experiment. So I'm okay if it doesn't turn out perfect. This seems so much thicker than the last time I used it. So again, test your consistencies before dumping it on the canvas. But this is my silver, and I'm a little bit iffy on this one too. And the reason I'm iffy is that I know it is very, very thin. I do have some Liquitex silver, but if you've watched my previous videos, you know that takes a lot of time to mix up, and I don't have that kind of time tonight. So this silver is quite a bit thinner than I would prefer, but we're gonna try it. I think the metallics mixed in with this would be nice. So, there's a little fly. Okay, And this is my 24 karat gold, which I love. And I'm just going to kind of do a S curve almost. All right. So not a lot of color. I hope I have enough. That'll be one of the experimental portions of this. And I have never swiped with paper towel. So they make this look really easy. I've watched Sarah Mack do this as well, and they make it look super simple. I'm not convinced it is, but we'll see. So I'm going to try to go from about the middle of the color, which is where that pearl is, and I'm going to touch my paper towel down and lay it down in the color and pull it towards me. Oh yuck, we're getting some green. Not that I mind green. I don't want green in this though. That green, the gray with the yellow. And I did go all the way down to canvas right here. I don't know, we'll see. Thankfully, this is just a test. So let me I feel like that edge is a little crimpy. So let's see if we can't. It gives you a very different effect swiping with paper towel. I feel like it's very, very hard to control where the weight of the paper towel is. So just trying to straighten this one a little bit because it was really wrinkly. Not that wrinkles are an issue, but it'll be interesting to see how this one dries. You know what, I really should stop trying to, I do that wave because I have such a hard time. But I kind of think this one would be better with straight lines. So I'm going to try to pull it straight this time. Okay. One more should do it. My paint room is a bit crowded right now. I'm going to move this shelf, so bear with me with the sound. Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's good. All right, one more section and then I'll switch this around and see what we get. I don't know, there's like a line, I think it's from, excuse me, from that pearl that was just a bit too thick. So maybe the pearl was a bad idea. All right, let's flip this around. It is definitely bright and colorful, which I love. Very cheerful colors, so that's a good thing too. All right, so now we're just going to do the same thing. Oh goodness, this way. And I've got that white line where the paper towel just did not want to straighten out, and I don't worry about that. I think it adds interest. So let's see. I cannot get these next two pieces of paper towel apart, guys. Sorry. There we go. They were really stuck. They didn't want to come apart. All right. So hopefully you're enjoying your summer and you're staying safe. COVID has been challenging, to put it mildly. But hopefully you're staying safe. Here in Michigan, I am mentally preparing for the next shutdown. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but I think it's easier for me if I think it's coming and it doesn't. That's not near as hard as if I don't think it's coming and it comes. So there you go. That's where I am with that. There's no silicone in any of these colors, so the Floetrol should give me my cells, which I'm getting. So I like that. Means that varnishing this piece should be a lot easier. I just didn't get much over on this side. This side is lovely. This side is okay. So maybe I will put some more of that fabulous yellow down and see if I can do a second swipe over it. But I don't know, because this is my first time doing this. I don't want to mess it up. So I feel like I'm pulling the ply off of this paper towel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, one more swipe, guys. All right, I'm gonna hit this with some heat. Ply up any air bubbles we might have. All right, I do see some areas that I would like to add some yellow to, but first I'm just going to, this is just part of the experiment. I just want to see how much I can tip it. How much can I alter that middle line? Can I at all? I can a little, not a whole ton. And I'm not worried about my edges. I didn't do my edges on this piece at all because I plan on painting them either white or I might do the goldenrod yellow. We'll see. My goodness. Paint everywhere. So let me flip this around. I do think I want to add a little yellow in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me bring this over. I really love this section. And I don't mind this section, but this here I'm not loving. The silver kind of took over. So I do think that I'm going to add some of that lovely luscious goldenrod iridescent, and then we're just going to swipe over with that and see what that does. Why not, right? That's the beauty of my art room, my rules, as well as an art experiment. You get to decide, and there's no pressure because it's just an experiment. So I do need more paper towel. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second while I go get some more paper towel to swipe with. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, back with you. That was a quick and easy problem to solve. With the paper towel, the nice thing I will say, with swiping with this, it is hard to, I feel like it's very hard to control, but it's really easy if you need a smaller piece to pull off a smaller piece of paper towel. You can't do that with the laminating sheets that I typically use. All right, please pull the yellow over, make it beautiful. All right, so I just need a small one. So just like I just mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and rip my paper towel. So I have just a smaller, so I'm not swiping over the areas where maybe I've got some stuff going on that I like. So. All right, guys. I just don't know. This side turned out so lovely, and I feel like I got so little action down here. Let's hit it with heat again and see. And this over here looks almost bronze. I don't know what happened to my gold there. All right, I have just a little piece. That white there is bothering me. It's almost too much. So I don't know if that's any better or not, guys. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta grab my paintbrush back here. Try not to get paint all over me. Okay. So one of the things that I saw both Sarah Mack and Cause Creations do is they take their brush through and they add these little lines of the undercolor, which in my case is white. I don't know that I can get to that. Just to kind of add some interest, break it up a little. I almost feel like this might be improved by a white line in the middle, which I've seen Cause Creations do. Let me try that and then I'll try adding some lines. Because what can I hurt? Oh guys, I brought an orange out here that I meant to use and I never used it. Oh well. So since this is an art experiment, I'm gonna go ahead and add some white. Just kind of trying to follow the line without being super straight, because you don't want, well, maybe you do. I don't like super straight. So, all right, I mentioned earlier that I don't have any art supplies out here, and I wasn't kidding. I am going to go grab a straw so I can just kind of blow that just a little bit. I do have a straw. It's not the one I typically use. It's not my favorite. It's not one that I recommend, and the reason why is the hole is so small that it's really hard to get the paint to move I don't know, in the way I want it to. But in a pinch, it works. I just want the line to be less liney, more blobby. I feel like I took it too far there. That helps a little bit. And when you're doing this, two things to keep in mind. You want to try to tap out any saliva that ends up in your straw, and take a breath so you don't get, or take a break so you don't get too winded. All right, I like that better. I don't know about that. Might be able to fix that with my paintbrush. And I apologize, you're probably getting a great shot of the back of my head. Less than ideal. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call that good enough for that portion. So now I've got my little paper towel so I can wipe this off. I'm just gonna go through that white and hopefully pull it out. And hopefully that turns out looking interesting and not weird, but when Sarah does it and Cause Creations does it, of course it looks absolutely stunning. But maybe I'll get there someday. And this is the fun part, because it's just wherever you feel like adding something. Just a little one there. So I hope you guys are getting some art therapy time in. I think it's been too long for me. I have not been in my art room since my last video was posted. So however long that's been, it's been a long time. So it's good to be back in the art room. It's good to have some of the projects in the house done. It's good to have, I feel like our schedule has calmed a little bit, and I feel like I've adjusted to it a little bit. So some of it's that the demands on me have decreased, and some of it's that I've adjusted to what my family needs from me right now. So I appreciate you guys. I'm so, so grateful for you, especially as I needed to take some time off, and I will continue to be intermittent videos. I appreciate you guys still not giving up on me. So hang in there. I'm sure I will start making videos more frequently. Eventually. I don't know how frequently is going to be, but we'll do our best. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching artists on YouTube. I find it to be so relaxing and just very enjoyable, worthwhile. So I hope you found some that you love. If I'm one of them, I'm so grateful for that. And if not, feel free to keep on trucking. There's lots of them out there to choose from. So no need to hang around if it's something you're not loving. That's the beauty of art. There's so much beautiful art out there that you never have to settle for something you don't love. So I hope you're filling your life with art that you love, time that you love, people that you love. and that it's all going well for you. All right, guys, I am going to try one more gentle tilt. I apologize, the sun just came out of nowhere, so the lighting's got to be just horrible. I'm just trying to see how the paint is moving so that when I do my bigger piece, I kind of have a feel for how much I can fiddle. How much can I get away with tilting? I'd almost like that center line to come down a little and stretch out those cells on the top portion, but I don't want to stretch them too far. So I think we're going to stop there, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little experiment. I hope that it inspires you to create something or to try something, and whether it's something you keep or something you, just decide you don't like and you got to trash it. It's just paint. Scrape it and try again, because there's so much beauty to create. And if it's something you don't really love, don't waste your time on it, guys. Save your energy for things that you love. At least that's my 2 cents. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'd love to hear from you. If you have thoughts on this, what I should have done differently, what you like about it, what you don't like, please leave those in the comments. I know my life has been hectic and I haven't had a chance to reply to everyone, but I am reading them, so I'd love to hear what you guys think. So I will take you in for a close-up and then I will let y'all go. All right, guys, I'm gonna start, and I apologize, the sun's peeking through again, but this is my least favorite part, but maybe it'll grow on me. It does have some nice texture in there. There's a little bit of cells popping up down here, but the texture is very interesting. I don't mind this dark, moody area. Again, don't mind the shadow, sorry about that. There's just some really lovely, almost lacy little cells, and the you can see the gold catching in the sunlight there. So pretty. So up to my favorite section of the painting, and the lighting's not great, so hopefully you can tell what I'm talking about. But this here, where we go from the white cells up to silver, is just so pretty. I'll try to get you a little closer. That silver just kind of works its way in. All right, and then this section I really love. All that white peeking through, I just love that. So maybe that's what I need to work on next time. And this bright yellow with the white lacy cells, I just love that. I wish I had more of that in this painting, but I think this iridescent and silver right there is gonna dry very nicely. Here's hoping. Throw some varnish on this, and I think it will be absolutely beautiful. This area that I didn't really swipe through completely is just really, I don't know, I find it very interesting, that strip of white. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you next time.